Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and our Newcastle United series as we plough through the month of January. We're going to go right up to the end of the January transfer window today with games against Stoke, Palace and West Brom, which are all very winnable. And given the form that we've been on recently, we should be looking to get quite a few points because our form's been absolutely exceptional. And these teams shouldn't be posing too much of a challenge. We've got 11th place Stoke, 19th place Crystal Palace and 18th place West Brom, so it should really be 9 points in the bag. And for the game against Stoke, we are the overwhelming favourites. Now, I asked you guys in the last episode for your comments on players that we could look to sign, and I did look at every single player that was suggested. Unfortunately, they all cost £100 million starting negotiations, so none of them are going to be joining the club. That includes Pellegrini, Arthur, Jada Silva, just any player that was mentioned in the comments last time around. They were all 100 million. The only one that wasn't actually was Arthur, but he didn't want to join us because he wanted to play in the Copa Libertadores or Champions League. So he wasn't going to join us, but maybe next season he would. So what I'm going to do today is go up to the 30th of January. That should leave a little bit of time to sign some players if you guys have good suggestions down in the comments. I don't feel like we really need any players after we've already brought in Heaton and Smalling, but we do have the transfer money available, so it's not impossible for us to bring players in, but it's not the end of the world if we don't, because I'm happy with the team, the way that it's playing and the players we have available, especially given we still have some out injured and they will be coming back for this by the end of this season. So for this match, we're going to be playing with Ayoze Perez up front with Cutrone and Pinamonte. We've then got Andre and Fernandez in central midfield with Haidara, Lemos, Mbemba, Smalling and Manquillo in defence and Heaton in goal. Nearly 30 minutes gone in this game as Gedson puts a corner in. It does come out towards Haidara. Now Cutrone edge of the area. Could have a strike. Instead he picks out Haidara. Plenty of players across. Lemos is one of them. And at the near post he powers the header in past the goalkeeper and gives us the lead in Stoke. 1-0 up. No highlights in the entire games up to that point. But you can see on the stats we have been dominating and we deservedly lead. Pinamonte sends it back to the throw-in taker. Haidara's at the back stick. It's well saved and then forced out by Wimmer. And we do get the corner as a result. But we are creating chances here. Gedson puts the corner in. It is cleared out to Cutrone. Manquillo with a bit of space loses the ball there. And Berahino plays it forward to Shaqiri. We do need to deal with this because he's got players making a run forward. Fortunately, he sent the ball back and nothing can come of it. Butland sends the ball out to Martins Indy. Now Shaqiri gives the ball away in midfield. Smalling pitches it forward, but Indy again wins the header. Asamoah into the Welsh Xavi. Now Shaqiri back to Allen. Asamoah switches it into the middle. Ball given away and Haidara launches it forward beautifully to Ayoze Perez. He's got support on his right. He's still going, Perez. He puts it across. Cutrone's in there and Cutrone makes it 2-0 with an excellent header. And the team is just linking up so well right now as we take control of this match. Nearly half time here. Less than a minute of added time to go and we are still in control and pushing forward, looking for a third as Perez turns, lays it off to Andre. He puts it in behind and Cutrone is onto it. He's got Pinamonte at the back stick and it's 3-0. 3 headers for our team have put us totally in control of this match against Stoke in the first half. A 3-0 lead on a wet and windy, cold December night or January night in Stoke. That is really quite impressive by the team here. I'm going to tell them not to get complacent because you never know, but really we should have put this game totally to bed, and taking off Shaqiri surely will not help their cause. Throwing for Stoke here, we've just made a couple of substitutions as Imbula tries to put the ball across, but Marion has won it well. He's now charging forward down the middle of the field and Cutrone puts it over the top for Williams, whose first touch is beautiful. He's only just come on. He takes it to the byline, pulls it back and gets the assist for Pinamonte, who makes it 4-0. An excellent substitution there by me as Williams sets up Pinamonte to make it 4. Mbemba to Andre. He then finds Marin. Ball inside to Williams. He could have a strike. Instead he picks out Manquillo who strikes it. It's back off the post and just away by Wimmer. But Manquillo has been a goal scoring machine recently. Just 5 minutes left to go as Gedson puts the ball in. It comes out to Cutrone. I'd like to keep a clean sheet here as Cutrone strikes it. It comes to Manquillo, still with another chance, puts it across. Cutrone brings it down, finds Lemos. He then picks out Marin. Ball back to Lemos once more, and Fletcher with a big tackle. But another chance there for Manquillo to get a goal. As we head into the final few seconds, it looks like we are going to get our clean sheet today, and it is going to be a fantastic win as well. 4-0 away from home against Stoke is not something to be sniffed at. I think all 4 goals were headers, which shows just how well we're doing in that department. And the emphasis that we are putting on crosses, but a brilliant performance from the team. Chris Smalling running 15.5k, that is a very long distance in a football match, and ultimately that should really boost our position in the table. Arsenal did win though, so that will keep the gap at 2 points for now, but we are putting pressure on the top 4 and trying to pull ourselves into their ballpark here. We're currently 2 points ahead, but Arsenal and Spurs with games in hand. But if Spurs win both of their games, they will still be 2 points behind us. We are now looking to continue our excellent form at home against Crystal Palace. Given the way we dispatched of Stoke, there is no reason why we shouldn't be winning this game. It is worth noting that there was a bid from West Ham for about £7.5 million for Jamal Lascelles, but I'm not interested in selling him because he is too good a player when we need 3 centre-backs, and I don't have any other cover if we were to let him go. A bid also came in for Jack Colback on loan, so I've decided to let him go because we don't really need him in that position with Saive, Marino and Diame all on the bench already. And I am actually looking to bring in another English central midfielder. So if that goes through, we should have him in time for the next match, which would be quite helpful. So we'll just have to see if that does go through. I'll show you who he is if and when we get a final deal struck. If not, I'll show you who he is then anyway. But against this Crystal Palace team, I am expecting us to win by quite a few goals at home. And to do that, we're playing with Perez, Cutrone and Pinamonte up front. Andre and Fernandez continue in midfield, as do Haidara, Lemos, Mbemba, Smalling and Manquillo in defence with Heaton in goal. It's the exact same team, and I'm hoping for the exact same result. Suarez with the throw-in finds Cabaye. He then gives it away as Andre wins a good tackle. Pinamonte onto Perez. We've got attacking players on making a run. Cutrone's one of them. He's in behind. He turns to face the goal. It's saved by Carl Darlow, our former player. And then it comes to Gedson. Now Andre. Can somebody get a shot off? Cutrone does. And he finds the back of the net as well. Terrible goalkeeping from Carl Darlow there as he gives us a huge helping hand in taking the lead over Crystal Palace. Darlow with a big kick forward for Palace, still in the first few minutes here as the ball comes to Loughton. Now James finds Milovic, or I'm completely butchered that name, but James finds Loughton. Lemos sends it forward to Pinamonte, header on towards Cutrone, which is just fails to control it there. Now it's Van Aanholt. Ball ricochets off our player, but it's still with Palace. Cabaye switches a flank and gives it away to Haidara. He puts the ball down the line. Perez is onto it. He's got players arriving in the box. Can we get another header? Cutrone comes in and just hits the crossbar there. It could easily have been 2-0. Corner from Cabaye put in. Lemos heads it away. Cabaye again to the edge of the area for Van Aanholt. He then has a crack, but is well wide. Haidara with the throw-in. Goes back to Perez, and then he puts the ball in very quickly. Dan gets it away, but Gedson following up. He's in control, but not a lot of support for him over that side of the pitch, so he tries to swing it in, and it's come to Pinamonte, who was onside and has missed an absolute sitter. We're into the second half of a game we're totally dominating here as Heaton plays the ball out to Lemos in defence. He's launched it straight forward towards Perez, but Dan is the man cutting the ball out. Cabaye then launches it forward to Danny Ings. He's having a good run, beats one player, but that's a terrible shot, ballooning well over the crossbar. I don't even think 2 goals would have been enough to score in that position. But we do have a corner. Gedson puts it into the near post. It's come to Smalling at the back stick. He finds Manquillo, and our shooting has been absolutely wayward today. And it's only really a sloppy piece of keeping from Darlow that has given us the lead. But here's Cutrone. Mbemba, of all people, has let a rocket go. And Darlow just seemed to dive out of the way of the ball there as it just fired straight down the middle of the goal. And Mbemba, of all people, has made it 2-0. Haidara with the throw-in. Gives it straight away to Danny Ings there, but easily won back. Now Andre in the middle of the field sends it back to Mbemba. Gedson turns, plays in a beautiful ball to Manquillo. He's going to whip one in surely here from the byline. Dan gets it away. It comes to Gedson. Now Pinamonti, and it is 3-0. And the floodgates are well and truly opening for Crystal Palace. Heaton plays the ball out to Lemos again. It's the usual way that we get the ball forward. Now Haidara. A lot of space around him to try and pick a pass. He then dinks it over the top, but Dan is there. He's always there with a header. Hasn't really served his team well today, though, as Haidara picks up the loose ball once more. Sends it back to Heaton. He then finds Chris Smalling going down the right side this time. He launches the ball forward, and it's straight through for Cutrone, who tries to dink the keeper when he maybe should have put his laces through it. Palace coming down our right with Kai. He puts a cross in, headed by Mbemba, gets the ball out, but Kai following up finds MacArthur. He finds Van Aanholt down the other flank this time. Puts the cross in, and Heaton with a comfortable catch there. Can we get the ball forward now and maybe see about a 4-0? Gedson plays the ball in behind short for Manquillo. He finds Cutrone. Now Williams, he's got an overlapping run on his left. He might not need them. He goes for goal, and it's not far away from Williams there. He was a very good finisher last season. I'm hoping that he will rediscover some of that finishing form, but he is playing well out of position, and Pinamonti's effort there blocked, and Palace are on the counter with Danny Ings. Just 5 minutes to go, though. They're not going to influence the final result of this game, I don't think, even if they do score. That ball in behind has been allowed to be controlled by Benassa. He's in, and he's put it wide of the post, and we will surely be getting our 3 points and clean sheet today. It'll be our second consecutive one with 7 goals scored. We've just been absolutely phenomenal against the sort of teams outside the Big Six, but even then we've beaten Liverpool and nearly beat them away as well if it weren't for my reasonably poor tactics. As the ball is played in behind for Williams. Still time here as he picks out Cutrone, and Darlow finally makes a good stop. Still 1 minute of added time here as Kai comes forward, but Haidara just picks his pocket as he has so often. Now Saive out to Haidara once more. Marino to Saive. Marino again. Just passing it for fun at the moment, and Marino's maybe in a better position here to pick a pass. He goes to Saive instead. MacArthur wins the ball. Ings can't keep it though, and it's come through to Cutrone, but he is clearly offside in that position. And it's been another really good performance from the team here, highlighting why we maybe don't need to sign anyone, if many players. But I am looking to just pick up another couple of players who can help the team as we go into the final stretch, and the full-time whistle has gone as we win this game comfortably, 3-0. A very impressive performance from the team as we continue our excellent run of form and hopefully put a bit more pressure on Arsenal, who are chasing us for this 4th spot. I'd love it if they'd slipped up today. Impossible to tell, but Chelsea have slipped up. And at the moment we are 2 points clear of Spurs. Arsenal with 2 games in hand can move 1 point clear of us, but we're only 2 points behind Chelsea, but they also have that game in hand. But it is starting to get a little bit tighter there, and if we keep up this form, there's no reason why we can't close that gap. Well, the final match of this episode is away from home against West Brom, another team struggling in the relegation zone that we should be dispatching with ease. There's no changes to the team. The defence has been shifted around a little bit in terms of their positions, but otherwise it's the same 11 that played the last 2 games and did just so well. But we haven't been able to conclude the transfer of Danny Drinkwater, who is the player that I was looking to bring in. We can get him for just £11 million, which given his value is not too bad. He's currently 23.5 and I can get him for half price, and I just think that he will be perfect for kind of the positions that we play in central midfield, and I think he can do a really good job for us, especially as an English player, even though he is 28 years old. I think he'll bring a bit of experience to a team that is increasingly becoming full of wonder kids, and continue at strengthening of the English contingent, which will give us a nice spine of Heaton, Smalling and Drinkwater, with Lascelles available too. George Williams is Welsh, but he plays in the squad as well. So a nice sort of complement to the overall structure of our team and strengthen us in midfield, allowing for a player like Diame or Saive to be shown the door. So plenty to look forward to. Sanabria is 3 days away from coming back into the team, so Perez doesn't have long to stamp a claim for his position. We've also got Moise Keane coming back in a couple of weeks as well. So time running out for the players filling in for injured players to really make a claim on their positions, but this should be another easy win for us. Heaton plays the ball out to Lemos. He finds Gedson. Ball sent on towards Manquillo. Ball ricochets around, but Mbemba cleaning up well. Nearly forgot the ball, but does go after it. Now Smalling plays in Manquillo. He finds Pinamonti. First time, excellent touch, and an even better finish by Andrea Pinamonti to give us a lead 10 minutes into this game. And we are just absolutely clinical in this episode today. Now we've got a corner. Gedson puts it in towards Chris Smalling. It comes off the post and then bounces over the line. Perez is claiming it. It's a Johnny Evans own goal though, and it's 2-0 to us just 13 minutes in. Smalling the creator for that one really, and he's been impressive for us since signing. He's had an 8.0 rating and got 2 goals in 3 starts and 1 sub appearance. Now it's Pinamonti, free down the right, players to aim for. He looks for Coutron, who just skies that one over the bar. More of a mercy than anything for West Brom, but we are cutting them open like butter. Mitrovic plays the ball out to Phillips. He puts it inside to Baker. Now Livermore does keep the ball there. Now finds Phillips. Baker looking for Dawson, who's playing at right back. Ball given away though, and Andre plays it forward towards Perez. He's got players to his right. Jakob with a big tackle there that wins the ball for West Brom. Dawson sends it forward but gives it away terribly to Manquillo. Now Pinamonti. Manquillo carried on his run. He's looking for Perez anyway. Now it comes to him. He's got players to look for. Mitrovic heads it away. Andre, edge of the area. Haidara across. Pinamonti down. Coutron blocked. Andre's shot just wide of the post, and it could so easily be more than 2 at the minute. Free kick for Andre. Good position to whip across in, looking for Perez. Lemos at the back stick. Makes it 3-0. Only half an hour gone, and it could get really embarrassing for West Brom. Manquillo with the throw in. Finds Pinamonti. Ball just given away there as Livermore launches it forward. Lemos' header not the best, and Mitrovic does get after it. He then sends it all the way back to Foster. Just slowly bringing it forward. Pitches it towards the middle of the park. Alexander Mitrovic does win the header, and the ball has been played through to Livermore. In on goal, but Heaton showing a very good stop there and the reason why we signed him. Manquillo with the throw in the second half now. We protected our 3-0 lead into that half-time whistle, and now Andre dinks it over the top. 3-on-1 at the back. It's getting embarrassing for West Brom. Perez brings it down but can't quite steady himself as he just puts it a little bit too high and wide. Mitrovic puts the ball forward to Phillips. He finds Livermore, given away to Gedson so easily. Now Perez outside of the boot looking for Coutron, but Mitrovic controls it. Foster launches it forward. Header down comes to Baker. He picks out Phillips very well there in a good position, but not a lot of support arriving in the middle. It does come to Alexander Mitrovic, and he fires it well wide. Otto with the throw in. West Brom looking a bit more dangerous here. Jakob got players around him to load it off to. Now Livermore, edge of the area, doesn't strike it. Finds Chadley. He turns, picks out Jakob, who strikes it, and that was much further out. Livermore should have been the one to hit that. Mitrovic running at our team. Ball given away, and Marino has it. He finds Williams, 3-on-2, puts it over towards Perez. Good first touch. He's in on goal. It's saved and cleared away, and Perez really not as impressive as he should have been in the opportunities that he's had with such high scoring games as well, and I think he will be losing his place as soon as we have Sanabria and or Keane back available to us, because they are such good players and all capable of getting the goals that Perez just doesn't seem able to. Just over a minute of added time left here as Burke tries to come forward for West Brom to get that consolation goal. He takes it to the byline before giving it away to Haidara, but Otto will get after that for West Brom. He's then looking for options and finds Mitrovic. Ball switches flank to Chadley. He's got a nice runner down the left. Brunt will pick him out now. It's Kieran Gibbs in behind. He can whip a ball if he tries. He puts it in, and Heaton plucks it from the sky. It will be a third consecutive clean sheet for Heaton if he can see out this last 30 seconds. And we will have scored 10 goals without reply in these 3 games, and Williams might make it 11. He finds Cutrone and he does make it 11. 4-0 away from home, a second consecutive away game where we have won by 4-0. Really, really impressive stuff. And our team just looks absolutely out of this world at the moment. And if we bring in Danny Drinkwater in the next day or two, it will only get better. So do let me know down in the comments if there are any other players you think I should take a look at and consider signing, because at the moment we are definitely heading towards the Champions League as a full-time whistle goes on a perfect episode. A beautiful set of 3 victories today means that we really are pushing into the top bit of the table. Now up to 3rd place, as Man City are the team to drop down. We're level on points with Chelsea as well, but they have a game in hand. City can obviously move above us as well. Arsenal did win 4-0, which means, although that was in a different competition, so even they still have 5 points to make up in the 2 games they have in hand. And Spurs now cannot catch us. They will still be 2 points behind us even if they win. But we're pretty much guaranteed a top 6 finish. It's whether we can secure that Champions League football for next season. So do drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed this episode. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. You can also follow me on Twitter or support the channel on Patreon using the links in the description. But until next time, see ya.